Satya, Mind, Body, Spirit, Health, and Healing. This TMS talk comes from a conversation between the documentarian Ben Stuart and podcast host Matt Belair on Matt's show called Master, Mind, Body, Spirit. In this talk, they both share great insights about how the body is communicating with us and also how the mind-body connection is functioning to increase our wisdom and knowledge of self. For those of us who have experienced or are experiencing the mind-body syndrome at its most extreme, we know that this form of messaging can be anything but subtle. As Dr. Sarno once alluded to, if the pain is intense and chronic, then that which has been repressed and unaddressed is also intense and chronic. It is during these times that it is so important that we begin to take a look at our lives and unravel what the body is trying to show us. Much love to Ben and Matt and everyone else out there having these important conversations.
About it to save their kind of persona, their outward-facing persona. So we need to simplify things and bring it back to the body. The Body Keeps the Score. That's a very good book by Bessel van der Kolk. And when you were talking about somatic healing through, somatic therapies, your body has far more wisdom than your intellect. We need to get this super clear. Your body is not even a technology, it's an instrument that's been refined for we don't know how long. We don't have those answers. We're clueless onto our ancient past, except for stories that we come to resonate by and our distant future. What we do have is this long chain of iterating bodies out into existence, and we all have one of those. Our mind really starts coming into fruition by the more temporary stuff. So our mind is very new and we get very fascinated by it, and we find this mundane body to be this just kind of boring thing. It's here to get our head from sitting position to sitting position everywhere we go. Your body has so much innate healing wisdom, and also it can answer your questions. And so what I do with clients is when they're dealing with a lot of fear, when they're dealing with a lot of anxiety, what I ask them to do is first connect that fear. Where is it existent in your body? And some people will say it's around the chest. I feel like I can't breathe sometimes, or I'm drowning. And I'm like, okay, hold on to those words: drowning, emotions. You can't get your head up above the surface. That you can't breathe. It's causing that kind of anxiety. Some people feel like they're being crushed. It's on top of their shoulders. Some people, it's down at the base of their stomach, and they just feel this massive guilt or grief, and this thing weighing them down. It's usually somewhere along their spinal column. So if you can find where your biggest fear or anxiety exists inside your body, start asking your body as if it is your teacher. Connect with it. Breathe into those spaces. Meditate and breathe into the spaces where you feel the anxiety, and ask it questions. Why am I feeling this fear? What is it rooted in? Is there an experience that I've had in my past that I am not facing? Is there something that I am not engaging in life right now? And keep asking that spot in your body, because your body was put here so long ago. It is this instrument that has so much wisdom, and we don't ask it questions because we've allowed for the scientific institutions to be like, intelligence of the body? You kidding me? That's ridiculous. It's all up here. It's all neurology, and we can explain it away. And by the way, they haven't explained it all away in neurology. And when we come to understand that most, I would say, more than even the base of the iceberg of our wisdom is beneath the neck. And all this neurology, far less neurology in our heart, far less neurology in our stomach. We come to think, oh, well, if it's less neurology, it must be less intelligent. No, it's simpler and it's more streamlined. It doesn't need all the branches up here. And this is where we get stuck all the time.
I love that. That's a very beautiful answer and an amazing practice I don't think very many people do. From the study of martial arts, they teach that as well, as there's wisdom in the body, and to learn how to connect to that. And most people are never taught this in any way. And that's why I believe sports are important, or some way to get into the body, to understand it, to tune into it. It's interesting how we disregard it and its intelligence. And like you said about the school system, is like the answers are always outside of you from some sort of authority. That's what they try to condition you. But if you look at any spiritual teaching and say go within, well, where is within? It can be the actual body as the unit, as the device where you can begin to factor things in. And when you begin to listen to yourself, when they talk about intuition and making the right call for you, your body knows, it sends you signals. And if you have a lifetime of never paying attention and always compromising what you want, it's like, oh, I feel like I should do this, but I don't because my mind says not to. Well, then you're going to lose that trust within the body and your decision making, and you're going to become out of harmony. You're not going to be congruent within yourself and your life. But the better you begin to listen to your body, to understand yourself, to take that time to sit as a practice, as a way of being, it's just going to become natural for you, and you're going to be able to make better decisions and have more confidence and do a lot more and be more able to grow through challenges, which we all have, and that's a big part of being here.
If you found this to be meaningful, please like, share, and subscribe to support and encourage future creations of this kind. This content has been created with the sole intent of educating about, increasing awareness around, and deepening the understanding of the mind-body syndrome, and more broadly speaking, the mind-body-spirit connection. To hear this clip in its full context, please visit the original media source. And to learn more about the mind-body-spirit connection, you can visit howtosayfupolitely.com. Until next time, love your struggle and remain free.